Hey guys, what is going on today? Bojo here, and we are back for our NHL 16 Be a GM following the Philadelphia Flyers, as we are hopefully going to be able to start off year number 3 in this video. So, thank you guys for leaving your suggestions in the comment section of the last video, giving me some suggestions on the lines edits of who we should play, as well as some defensive suggestions for who should be traded and where these prospects should play. So it is overwhelming support for the prospects to make it onto the NHL team this year, as well as trading away Radko Gudas right now. So there wasn't much support for trading for Mikkel Bodker, and I think I am going to hold off on that. I did, though, add Matt Reed to the trading block just in case, but I do think right now we are going to trade away Radko Gudas. So we're going to go to the trade and improve thing right here. We're just going to make a simple trade. I forgot I need to send my scout out too because I did some pre-scouting for some players as well. So, when it came down to the defensive core, I didn't end my trading block. I have to make sure I re-edit that again. So when it did come down to the trading block here of who I wanted to keep between Luke Schenn and Radko Gudas, yes, Gudas does have the better defensive category, but the issue I have with Gudas is it's just his enforcer role. I don't like the enforcer role all too much just because it lowers the discipline by a ton, and he's just going to be racking up penalty minutes. I mean, if we take a look at Gudas' stats for the penalty minutes, the first year was not too bad, but last year 93 penalty minutes. Even though most of those are probably fighting majors, still it's a lot of penalty minutes to rack up there, and I'm not a big fan of that. I would rather take on Luke Schenn, a defensive defenseman. He gets around the same amount of points. Yes, he still racks up the penalty minutes, but I'd much rather have a defensive defenseman out there, considering that I'm not going to really have a defensive defenseman on the team, and I would rather keep the only one I have right now rather than giving it away, because Morin's not going to be up till next year, which is why Morin will probably eventually take Luke Schenn's place, and then pretty much Gudas will be replaced immediately with Provorov or one of the other guys on the squad. So I think we're going to keep Luke Schenn here for a little bit. He has 1 year left. We can not choose to re-sign him next year. If we're a crappy team, we could trade him at the deadline and then move Morin in. But for right now, I do think we get rid of Radko Gudas here. So I was just looking around. I was just looking for the first Western Conference team that was trading away either their first or their second round picks. And I believe, if I just look through all these teams here, I believe it was only the St. Louis Blues that were looking to trade their first and second round picks. The Winnipeg Jets were, but they already have 50 contracts, so I wasn't going to do that. Tampa Bay was as well, but didn't want to do that. But yeah, St. Louis was one of the only Western Conference teams that were trading away their second round pick, so we can easily get back a second round pick for Radko Gudas here. And what I'm also going to do is, that's not going to go through by itself, so I'm going to add in a player here. And I'm also going to do a little bit of cleanup here, get rid of a roster spot as well, just to free up an extra contract, just in case I might need it for the future. As you guys can see, I might do a little bit of pre-scouting on this trade as well. I'm going to give up Radel Fazlev right here, just because I don't think I'm going to be using Fazlev right now. He's 21, yeah, but we already have guys who are a little bit older than him who are progressing at a much better pace, and Fazlev right now is not really finding a spot on the team. You know, he has a good shot. His defensive category, though, is really weak for a playmaker, but we have the future playmaker in Travis Konechny, so we really don't need to get a guy like Fazlev. And we have other guys down there as well who are playmakers, like Cousins. He's a playmaker. He'll be ready to go soon. A lot of other good players down here as well, like Lindbaum. I think Lindbaum's a two-way forward, but you guys get what I mean. We don't need a guy like Fazlev right now, so we can just put Fazlev on here just to add a little bit of extra spice to the trade, but that is easily attainable for a second round pick. So Radko Gudas and Radel Fazlev to the St. Louis Blues for a second round pick. Will that go through? That'll result in calling up Ivan Provorov to the NHL, which we were going to do anyway. So we can say, okay, that trade is accepted. On behalf of the St. Louis Blues organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. Yes, we're going to lose some morale changes for trading away Gudas, but, you know, that was a result of it. So Luke Schenn, Delzato, Robert Hagg, Gostisbehere, Travis Sanheim. Ooh, Ghost actually lost a little bit of morale because of that. He dropped down to an 81, so I think Gudas was one of his best players. Yeah, he's still a top 6, so Ghost definitely had an impact on there. Actually, it affected a lot of people. Wow. Gudas was a really liked guy in the locker room, it seems, but yeah, looks like Hagg lost 2 overalls. Sanheim lost 2 overalls. Yeah, that's a little bit of troublesome right there. But, you know, that's the risk we were going to have to take. I knew for a fact those guys weren't going to be insanely high overalls, but still. We can call Provorov to the team. Call him up. He will be on the squad right now. Hopefully that'll add to the morale. As long as this team, plays pretty well, I think this team will be good. A lot of rookies here. The overall changes stink, but still, we're a decently overall team. I'm just going to do best lines for right now because I'll have to edit that later. Connecting is going to be gaining morale for becoming an alternate captain. I'll have to reassign captaincies as well. But that's it. I'm not going to make that trade for Mikkel Bodker right now. But I am just going to edit up my trading block, take my picks off. I think I'm just going to put Matt Reed on the trading block for right now. That's the only player I think I do want to trade. I think, did I change the positions yet either? I did make some of the position changes. I'm not done them quite yet. But when we go to edit up our lines, I will do that. All right, so Matt Reed's the only guy I'm going to edit to put on my trading block right now. So he's going to lose morale because of that, obviously. But we'll get done there. Okay, scouting, we want to go to Russia because Russia seems to have a lot of good... Russia and the United States seem to have a lot of good prospects this year. So we're going to do Russia for 6 weeks for forwards because I think there's a lot of good Russian forwards and defensemen this year. So we want to scout those guys up pretty well. And I think that's it. All right, now comes the editing lines portion of the video. Now it's going to take a little bit to do that, so I might just do the NHL lines really quickly, and then I'll just do the AHL lines myself. See the best I can do the AHL lines, and then maybe make some trades around that and see what happens. So the first line is actually set up the way I wanted it to be. You guys suggested that you want TJ Oshie to try out there on the first line with Claude Giroux and Jacob Voracek, and honestly, I'm pretty okay with that. We'll let Simmons play on the second line. Simmons is good being comfortable in a first line role, but I think Simmons is a little bit better suited for the second line, so we'll see how that works out. All right, but, second line will be Sean Couturier, Wayne Simmons, and Braden Shen. We'll go with the three two-way forwards there on the second line, so we're going to have those guys up there. And then on the second, we're going to have Lawton, Sam Gagner, and Matt Reed on the third. And then on the fourth, we're going to have... Who are we going to have here? I think we need to change Ryan White to a center. So we'll keep Ryan White there as a center. We're going to have Brandon McMillan on the left. And then I think Pierre-Edouard Bellemare gets put in here instead of Chris Van de Velde, if I do believe so. Because I think Bellemare's a left wing. Yeah, Bellemare's a left wing. But he has 79, 81, 75, 83. 81, 75, 83. How does that compare to Vandy? 81, 75, 83. And Chris Van de Velde is 82, 76, 82. And we'll leave Vandy in there. We'll leave Chris Van de Velde in there. He's not going to be taking the faceoffs, though. So we need to change Ryan White to a center. And then we need to change Van de Velde to a right wing. Okay, so those are the only two changes that we'll do there. We'll leave Vandy in there. We could call up Kruger. We could call up Kruger. Hold on. Let me go to roster moves. What's Kruger at? Because Kruger's a center. Did not think that Gudas trade was going to affect the guys that much, but it seemed to have a big effect on them. Guess he was very well liked. Kruger, minor league scorer, yes. He's still the best defensive guy out there, and he would be good for the faceoffs, because then we could move Ryan White. Yeah, let's do that. Let us do that. Let's call Kruger up, and let's send Chris Van de Velde down. Yeah, so we'll do that, Vandy and Kruger. And then I think we can have Bellemare go down, because we're not going to really need him. Just in case for injuries. That's the only reason we'll need him, yeah, so... Bellemare can go back down. And I think that's it. McMillan's a depth guy, but, he's definitely one of the better defensive players that we have. Still, 83, 83, 84. Yeah, McMillan still needs to stay up here. Okay, cool. Once again, just go for best lines with the guys we have up here. Okay, so we're going to have those guys are good. Once again, let's move Shen up here. Lawton and Reed, they switch. And then McMillan with Kruger and Ryan White. Perfectly fine with that. Kruger is 84 faceoffs, best there. All right, cool. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, and then defensively. So, even though these guys lost a little bit of, their overalls, still their roles did not change. There was also something that you guys told me that once the regular season starts, apparently the roles do change. So I'll keep a note of that. But for right now, I think the best defensive setup was this guy's right here. So he wants Delzato and Travis Sanheim. So we're going to have Travis Sanheim right here, Michael Delzato. And then they want Gostisbehere and Robert Hagg. So we're going to have Ghost and Robert Hagg. Ghost over here. Once again, we want to have the best shooter on this side. So Ghost and Robert Hagg. And then Ivan Provorov and Luke Schenn. So we can switch those guys up right there. Okay, so that's the lineup that they want to have there. Delzato with Sanheim, Hagg with Ghost, and then Luke Schenn with Ivan Provorov. Okay, so for special teams now, first pair is actually pretty good. I like that with Jacob Voracek, Claude Giroux, TJ Oshie, Gostisbehere. And let's put one more offensive player here on the power play. Let's move Simmons up to that power play. We can switch that up there. Put Simmons on the point and have Gostisbehere on the, obviously for the main power play, because he still has the best shot, the best offensive awareness out of all the other guys. So we'll put Ghost there. Okay, so that's cool. And then for that pair, we're gonna have Travis Delzato, obviously. Provorov, not yet. I don't think he's power play ready just yet. So we're gonna have Jacob Voracek, Claude Giroux, Oshie, yep, and then Coots, Schenner, Braden Schenn, and probably Matt Reed. Matt Reed would probably be the best person to put here. He's that sniper that we need. Yep, so we'll have Sean Couturier. Do we want to put Schenn or Gagne? Gagne would be that playmaker. We'll leave Schenn there first. If Shenn's not working out, we'll put Sam Gagne in there. But then we'll have Travis Sanheim and Michael Delzato on that pair. Okay, so that's for that first power play. Four-man power play, Giroux and Voracek, Coots and Oshie. Yeah, that's fine. With Gostisbehere and Delzato, Sanheim and Provorov. Provorov can be on the 4-on-4. I got no issues with that. Penalty kills. All right, so we're going to have Scott Laughton and Ryan White with Marcus Kruger and Braden Schenn. Or do we want Sean Couturier in there? Let's see. Coots. Yeah, let's have Coots take the... let's have Coots down there instead of Braden Schenn. Coots seems to be a little bit of a better penalty killer than Braden Schenn does. So let's put Sean Couturier in there. Okay. So we'll have Laughton and White with Kruger and Coots, and then Sanheim and Luke Schenn with Robert Hagg and Michael Delzato. Should we put... I'm going to put, instead of Delzato there, I'm going to put Provorov in there for some penalty kill time. Because he does have that good defensive awareness at 88, so I want him to get some penalty kill experience. So we'll leave Hagg and Provorov there. Cool. Three-man penalty kill. Laughton and Kruger can stay in there for three-man penalty kill because he still has a good defensive category. Once again, I'm going to take Delzato off and put Provorov in there. That's fine by me. And then extra attackers. These are pretty much fine the way they are. 4-on-4 continued. Yep. 3-on-3s are fine. Extra attackers are going to be usually the third line players. So we're going to have Scott Laughton as one extra attacker. And then we're also going to have... yeah, we should put G as the other extra attacker. Just leaving it up. Yeah. So Giroux and Laughton will be the extra attackers. We'll leave Laughton out there as the first extra attacker, though. And then extra attackers are good. Shootouts. Let's go for Giroux, Voracek, Oshie. Obviously, TJ Oshie for shootouts. That's going to help. Simmer and Gagne. Gagne's got some good deking. Yeah, 91. So we'll leave Gagne in there. And that's that. Goaltenders, Steve Mason and Michael Neuver. Neuver's up to an 85. So that's good. He actually gained one overall. So he actually gained a morale boost from Gudas being traded. So he must have not liked Gudas all too much. Interesting. And then nobody is scratched, and we're good. Okay, so that's our lineup here for the NHL team. Maybe we'll see some overall jumps and things like that before the regular season does indeed start. So that's the NHL done. I'm going to take some time to edit up the AHL team, and I'll skip ahead till when I have edited that lineup to my approval. All right, guys, so here we are with our lineups here for the AHL team. Had to make some pretty tough cuts of who I wanted to start or who I wanted to play, but I think I do have the best possible lineup that I could come up with right here of the players who I personally want to see out there on the ice. Like I said, a lot of players are scratched. I definitely see the opportunity to make a lot of trades in the future for these forward prospects. Defensively, we are a little bit weak this year, but that's because all of our younger D-men are called up to the NHL team. So we're going to have to try our best to definitely refill that defensive pool again for like really young but high potential defensive prospects, so we'll definitely refill that pool when it comes to it. But our forward core is looking good, so we're gonna have Michael Bournival, Nick Cousins, and Timo Meier on our first pair. Second line, we're gonna have Peter Straka with Eric Cornell and Nikita Zhevpalovs. Third pair, I really like this third pair a lot. Taylor Lear, Travis Konechny, and Nicholas Aube-Kubel. I like that third pair a lot. I think that third line is going to do a lot of magic for us. And then on the fourth pair, we got Edgar O'Sullivan, Nathan Noel, and Julien Gauthier. So I want these 74 overall guys just to get some fourth line time experience. So hopefully that should be enough for Noel and Gauthier just to get some experience, and then as they slowly move their way up into the lineup. Defensively, we are a little bit weak this year. Sam Morin and Brandon Manning on the first pair, Adam Comrie and Mark Alt on the second. Actually, I should switch those two guys up. So Alt and Comrie, and then Bachman and Jesper Peterson for the top six pair. And then I'm not going to show you guys the special teams, but we got Anthony Stolarz and Matej Tomek as our 1-2 punch for the goaltenders. So there we go. Captaincies. All right, that's one thing we also got to do. Captaincies and jerseys. So who is the captain down here? Captain is Pelujai, but he's actually not playing right now. So Brandon Manning should definitely get the captaincy role. Oops, I don't want to change Brandon's jersey number. Whoopsie daisies. So I need to unassign the captaincy of Pelujai and assign captain Brandon Manning, since he's definitely the captain on the team. I think Morin as an alternate is appropriate. And then we should also put, who also has been down here for a while, Nick Cousins will get another alternate. Konechny, you definitely will get an alternate eventually, but we need to take that off of you and give that to Nick Cousins, because he's the longest Phantom here, along with Straka, so that as well. We do have Straka playing, right? Yeah, Straka's on the second line. Pretty sure Straka's on the second line. Let me just make sure. Straka should be on second line. Yeah, Straka's second line. Okay, cool. All right, so Cousins loses a little bit of morale, but, you know, he's the captain. He's an assistant now, so he gains morale. Everybody's going to be gaining and losing morale around like crazy. All right, so assistants and captaincies in the NHL team. I think it's still Giroux with Oshie and Simmons. That's appropriate, I guess. We should have an assistant on the blue line, but for right now, nobody on that blue line honestly deserves an assistant captaincy. So we'll leave it to Oshie and Simmons for the alternates. Okay, I think we are good to go here. Let's get through this preseason, hopefully without any injuries, and then we'll check back on the roles again just to see if that actually is a thing or not. So we're ready to go. We are ready and raring to go. Let's see if we can get through the preseason here without any injuries, and then we'll check the roles before the beginning of the first game of the year, and we'll see how good we do. And we'll see how good this Flyers team actually does perform. So in preseason, we're gonna go 5-1-1, obviously with the rookie players being played in those games, but still, it's a nice little start to the year, going 5-1-1. Okay, I think we are salary cap compliant. I'm pretty sure we're salary cap compliant. If not, waivers, yep, that's fine. Okay, multiple morale change because of recent roster moves. Okay, so Saturday before the game, we are good to go. We need to have a player meeting. Player morale, let's go to player morale. Obviously, the roster moves are in place. The team is good. All right, Ivan Provorov wants to have a meeting. I wish everybody in that locker room could just put aside their differences and focus on winning games. I agree, Ivan. I agree. I hear a lot of feedback. You're like yours. We know about the problems. Yeah, I'm contemplating some changes. We'll just make them happy. There you go. You're new on the team, Ivan. I don't need you to, you know, start acting up already. First time here and you want to have a meeting, all right? All right, Brandon Manning. I'm surprised it took you this long to give you the captaincy. Once again, I'm glad you're happy. You deserved it for a while. And then Aaron Pelujai. I can't say I've made sense of you taking away my captaincy. And just disappointing you're on my radar if I make future changes. No effect. Okay. So I think the team is ready to go. Both teams are ready to roll. 76 in the AHL, 81 and for the NHL squad. All right, let's just do a double check on those roles, those player roles. Just do a little quick double check. A discount double check on the squads. Okay, so let's go to just double check everything. Okay, so we got Mason and Neuwirth still starting goaltender, backup goaltender, 87 and 85. It's a good combo. Good combo. In the system, Stolarz lost some morale. Okay, so a lot of people are losing some morale because of it, but that's fine. They're good to go. Okay, defenseman. We got, okay, so Delzato is top 6. Okay, let's just go through all these guys. So Delzato is top 6. Ghost is top 6. Top 6. Top 6. Top 4 for Sanheim. Top 6 for Shen. Okay, so all those roles are fine. That's what our squad is. Everybody down here I think is fine. Morin is depth still good. I think we're fine other than that, because I don't think there's anybody else here that needs to be changed. Let me just check all those defensemen as well. 4 elites. Yeah, they're all elites. Okay, good. So they're all elites. Everybody else here looks to be fine and dandy. White's up to an 82, which is nice. Simmons is going to get second line time. We know Oshi's getting first. Gagne's fine. Shen is good. Centers. Lotz is good. Coots is good. All right, we're fine to go. Yep, no role changes, nothing along those lines. We're good to go to get this Flyers team ready and started with this season here in year number 3. It's going to be interesting to see how well this team does, but let's into our next game. We'll do a little bit of in-game simulations for these first games. We'll hold our team meeting as per usual. All right, so game 1 of 82 tonight. Let's focus. Yeah, this is just one game of 82. Let's focus on our game tonight, and the results will come. Let's see how good this team does. Yep, no morale lost for the first meeting of the year, as is the usual choice when you pick number 2. But let's see how good this Flyers team does at home. A brand new defense out there on the ice, up against the New Jersey Devils for the first game of the year. Let's see how good this team does. Let's see how good our team performs. First period against New Jersey, 2-1. I'll take it. TJ Oshie and Wayne Simmons on Corey Schneider to start the year. So both of our two-way forwards performing very, very well and getting a goal apiece. All right. Second period, 3-2. Reed Boucher and Jordan Tutu. So Reed Boucher has 2 goals in this game so far. Jordan Tutu gets 1 on Mace. Third period, can we come back? We got 1, but that was not enough. Travis Zajac and Adam Larson. So we fall 5-3 in our first game of the year against the New Jersey Devils. So not a great start. So we can now simulate here for the first month, and we'll see how we do. Obviously, we're not going to check stats after the first month, but let's see. It's going to be weaker than normal. Yeah, I was looking at the drafted players, and they were not really doing too well. All right, 2/3 for Hiller. No, I don't need a goaltender, as I said. But we do get come back with 2 wins over Pittsburgh and Anaheim, which is good to see. And another 2-0 shutout over the Carolina Hurricanes. And a shootout win over Buffalo. And a win against Detroit. Okay. Maybe that first game against New Jersey was a little bit of a road bump. We lose that game against Nashville, but I'll take that 5-game winning streak. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Russia again for the defenseman, just because I feel like this place was like the most strongest for those players. Hiller for I gotta edit up my trading block a little bit for like wants and needs. I don't need goaltenders. Shootout loss against Colorado. That's fine though. Win against Minnesota and Anaheim. A win. Okay, so pretty good first month for the Flyers. After losing the first game, there was only 1 more regulation loss, and that was against Nashville. So 7-2-1 to start off the year. That's pretty good. Pretty good. 85 locker room chemistry. All right, Ivan wants to meet with me again. When you are good as me, recent performances like these are just the norm. He's gonna be a cocky bastard, and I'm either gonna like it or absolutely hate it. There's a lot to be proud of. Good work. Yep, you're filling in very well on the squad right now, Ivan. Keep it up, bud. Keep it up. All right, AHL squad. Any meetings here? Nope, no meetings in the AHL. Okay, we're good. Okay, so 7-2-1 to start the first month, which is pretty good. Let's take it 2 weeks at a time, because if things start to go extremely sour, then we can make the changes there. But another win against Calgary and Calgary and Vancouver. Lose against the Oilers. That's fine. Loss against Minnesota. Okay, so 2 losses in a row. And there's our first injury of the year. Michael Delzato has been injured with a sore knee. His estimated return is November 16th. Yeah, so we do need to call up somebody. He'll be back in a week. He's only out for a week. That's fine. Okay, so we need to go into the system. I gotta make sure I call up a defenseman with a 2-way contract, because I don't want to risk the waivers. So Morin is on a 2-way, and he is fine being a depth guy. So Sam Morin, you are getting your NHL time. You're on a 2-way. That's fine. Let's go edit the lines. Once again, defense, and we're just going to... What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move Hag up a line And I'm just going to insert more in here on the second pair because he's going to get sent back down. Substitute in all lines that Hag was in. Yeah. Substitute all lines that Hag was in. Good. That's it. Go back. Back to lines. Oh, an AHL. Yep. Figured that. So I think that Alt will move up, and then Delisle can just come in right here and fill it out. Substitute in all lines. Okay. Which lines have errors? Extra attackers. Extra attacker. Oh, Christ. Bourneval, and I don't care. Meyer. Or Straka. Fine. NHL's good. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go back. Let's get back to simulating. We're only going to lose Delhi for a couple weeks. We get a win over Ottawa, and that's good. Okay, so let's take these 1 games at these 2 home and homes against the Boston Bruins. Okay, we lose the first one. Delzado's back. Good. Okay, so let's just go to roster moves. Actually, yeah, let's just edit up Delhi first. Switch more in with Hag. And then put Delzado back in there. Substitute with the scratch player. That should put Delzado back in all the lines now for like the special teams as well. Simmons, Sanheim, Delzado. Yep, cool. So everything's back the way it should be. All right, so that's cool. Yeah, we can go back. That's fine because I now need to do roster moves. Because I need to send Morn back down and get him back into the lineup. Like I said, guys, I won't do this all the time. I just want to do it for the first little thing here because we're only got 2 months to do, so that's fine. So how did Morin actually do in the 2 games that he played up here? Yeah, he played a couple games here. He got no points, +3 though, 1 penalty, 5 shots on net. Not bad. Not bad, Sam. All right, so you can go back down. Good. You're going to lose Morale for being sent down, but, you know, that's how it has to happen. And then we could just go to edit lines. I'm doing my best to work around these menus as fast as I can, too. I'm getting a little bit better at it. So, Delisle can switch with Alt, and then Delisle gets switched out for Sam Morin. Gets substitute in all lines, and we're good to go. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so we're 10-5-1. Still a pretty decent record there. I know we lost that game against Boston, but that's all right. Yeah, let's go to the end of the month here. I gotta do that later. I'll do that after this video. I'll edit up my trade block a little bit. There's another win over Boston, 6-3. Taylor Lear's been injured with a mild concussion. His estimated returns November 24th. I'll just replace the player. Taylor Lear getting injured again. All right, so we won those 2 games against Carolina. That's good. Shootout win against Washington. Anders Lindback is being placed on waivers. I don't think I need to claim him. He's a backup 10D, 29 years old. No thanks, San Jose. You guys can Lindback can enjoy the free agency market. Lear's available to play in the team's next game. Yeah, let's edit it up. Who did Lear take? Belmar got substituted in for Lear, so let's just go back in for Belmar. Lear, can you stop getting injured? Like, seriously. Stop getting goddamn injured, Lear. Can't take it no more with you. Every freaking time it seems like this guy gets injured. Every year. Okay, so let's exit out of that. These 2 games against Columbus. There you go. Nice win there against Columbus. And we overtime loss, but then a win against the Rangers, which is good. Robert Hag's been injured with a sore shoulder. His estimated return is December 9th. Once again, gotta do the freaking call-up rosters again, so Morin gets back up. I have a feeling that Morin is going to get a lot of time here for this Flyers team. So Morin gets back up here. It's good to have that he's, 81. So it helps out with our lines. Okay, so defense, Sam Morin gets put right in here. He'll play wherever Robert Hag was playing. Substitute in all lines. That's fine. Pretty sure that doesn't mess up with the special teams. No, it does not. Good. So he just goes in all the lines that Hag was in. And then we go to defense here. As once again, we got to do the exact same thing we just did with moving up Mark Alt, putting in Steven Delisle, substituting all his lines. And then I think those lines are good to go in the AHL. NHLs are fine. Good. He'll only be playing for like 1 or 2 games there. Player morale. Yep. Let's do it. Okay, so Claude, he's up to a 91 again, which is good. So Claude, he's thrilled with his playing time. Great, we found a balance that seems to work. Claude, you're fine. And McMillan's good. Yep, things are going pretty nicely right now. We're winning a lot of games. Okay, that's good there. 87 locker room chemistry in the AHL. That's pretty good. And okay. That's good there. Can we get a win over the Maple Leafs? Yes, we can. All right. So, after the first 2 months, Flyers are 17-5-2. That's a very, very good record. Very good record indeed. A lot of wins, too. And we're scoring goals, too. Goaltending seems to be a little bit of an issue. It seems we're letting up a lot of goals. But you know what? Mason and Neuwirth are doing the best that they can out there. 17-5-2. That's pretty damn good. That's 36 points so far for how many games is that? 24? 36 points in 24 games? That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. There is one player meeting that we have to have with Sean Couturier, who's up to an 85. And once again, things are going nicely for us, Coots. Appreciate it. No morale. That's all right. 88 locker room chemistry now. Things are clicking right now for this Flyers team. Without a doubt. All right, so let's check out everything. Let's check out everything and see how it's going. So team stats, 36 points. We are 9 points ahead of the next best team, which is the Pittsburgh Penguins in our Metro division. How are we doing in the entire league? We are the best team currently in the NHL with a game in hand over the Edmonton Oilers, who are 1 point behind us. So Philly with a really good start off to the year. Really, really good start off to the year. Goals for per game. Let's see how we stack up there. 3.167. So that's the best goals for in the game. So we're scoring goals. That's good. Goals against. It's up there. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're top 10 for goals against. 2.33. That's pretty good. And we just got 2 wins against Toronto, who was the best goals against team in the league as well. Power play, it'll go back down to earth, but 21% is still really, really good. How many times were we on the power play? Not many times either. So 55 times on the power play. We're one of the third worst. We're the third most team that's not on the power play, and we still have a top 5 power play, which is really, really good. Minnesota, 83 so far this year. That's really good. They have 83. They have 30 more power plays than we do, and they're right behind us. That's a really good power play for Minnesota. And then penalty kill is up at. Our penalty kill is okay. Penalty kill not great. So it looks like we're giving up most of our goals on the power play. 83.08. That's still not bad. Could be a lot higher, obviously. But are we the most disciplined team? We're kind of in the middle there. It's kind of off. You know, it's near top 10, but it's not close to top 10. But still. Penalty kill could use a little bit of work. And then what's our home and away records right now? Home and away is 8-3-1 at home, 9-2-1 on the road. Last 10 we are 8-8-1. So this team is doing pretty good. Pretty good to say the least. All right, let's check out stats now. I'm very interested to see how these stats are working. All right, so Claude Giroux with 27 points in 24 games. Jake Voracek with 27 as well. Braden Shen with 25 points on the second line. Wayne Simmons with 22. That's good. Second line is clicking. Finally, the second line is putting up points. Sean Couturier with 19. So they're pretty close to point-a-game players as well. Shen is over a point-a-game player. So I'm glad I left him on the power play. He looks to be getting a lot of power play, maybe assists. So that's good. Simmons with 22 points. That's really good. I think Simmons is much better suited as a second line player. So I don't want to break up that second line of Shen, Simmons, and Coots without a doubt. Oshie only 19 points, but still that's not too bad because Giroux and Voracek are going ham once again this year. Scott Lawton with 11 points. Matt Reed with 11 points. That's surprising to me. Does have 6 goals. Does 4 of those goals are power play goals. So it looks like he's capitalizing on the power play, which is good. Gagne with 5, McMillan with 5, Ryan White with 5, and then Kruger with 3. Not bad for the forwards. All right, let's check out these D-men. Let's see how good these defensemen are doing. Delzato with 12 points, Ivan Provorov with 10, Travis Sanheim with 5, Ghost with 3, Luke Shen with 1, Robert Hagg and Sam Morin unfortunately do not have any points. So Morin played 3 games only, but still, that's understandable. Robert Hagg with 23 games played. No points for Hagg so far. plus minus is Luke Shen is the only negative player on the squad right now. Every other player is plus. Delzato is +7, Provorov +3, Sanheim +7, Ghost is +8, Hag is +7, and Morin is still +3, even though that he was only in there for a couple games. But all right, it seems the defensemen are not getting, not getting the points. But you know what? They're doing a decent job offensively. So I think they're doing a really good job offensively, putting in that scoring. So I think we're going to be in a lot of high-scoring games this year, which is why our goaltender stats are probably not that great. It's probably why Mason and Neuwirth's numbers are a little bit elevated. Well, not really. Mason's playing really well. 20 games, 15-3-1. A 2.2 goals against average for Mason so far. He's up to an 88. Yeah, he's up to an 88. Save percentage of .921, 2 shutouts. Mason's having a really, really good start to the year. Neuwirth, it's okay. 5 starts, 2.35, 2-2, with a save percentage of .923. And yeah, so Nuvi's not doing too bad. He's played 5 games, 2-2, which is not bad. He probably went in for one game that Mason got pulled in, but still, 15-3-1. That's a really good record for Mace. Really, really good record. All right, check out the AHL squad. I don't know how many games they've played so far. They've played around 22. Stoli with a goals against average of 1.55, 10-4-1. Matej Tomac has a goals against average around 3. So obviously we know Stoli is the better tendy around these parts. Defensemen, let's see how Morin and Manning are doing. Not many points from the defensemen this year. That's kind of expected. Manning with only 4. Bachman's doing pretty good there with 3 points. He's our only offensive defenseman down there. Peterson with 2. Comrie with 1. And Delisle. Well, Morin's up on our team right now currently, but still. Right wingers, Obe Kubal's doing good with 14 points. Meyer with 12, that's good. Gauthier and Jeff Palabs are doing good. Left wingers, let's see about these guys. Bourneval with 16. Straka with 11. Lear with 8, but he's injured as we know. Edgar O'Sullivan, and then Pierre-Edouard Bellemare is good. Yeah, well, only 2 points in 2 games, so he's played for like injuries. Edgar O'Sullivan's growing up there as well. And then centers, let's see. Cousins with 19. Konechny with 15. Travis Konechny, 15 points so far. He might get a bump up to that first line. Noel with 12, and then Cornell with 10. All right, so Lehigh Valley is playing very, very good as well. They're clicking, I believe. What is their record? Lehigh Valley is 13-6-1. Flyers are 17-5-2. Everything's working right now for this Flyers team. I think it was the same way like this last year where we had a very, very good start and then it kind of fell off halfway through the year because we have a young defensive core and the poise will definitely hit us at some point. But you know what? For right now, this Flyers team is doing everything right. Penalty kill could use a little bit of an increase, so we'll show you guys the penalty kill right now. Then maybe you guys could suggest something. But right now, I'm not touching that second line. Second line is playing the best it's been. Sean Couturier actually has his first morale boost in like ages, so I am not touching the second line at all. I have turbo mode activated once again, so hopefully this does not last like as long as it did last time. Please just go back to normal again. For Christ's sakes, man, I hate turbo mode. I really do. I think it got fixed. Yeah, it got fixed. Thank God. Okay, so yeah, if we go to special teams here. Power play is doing good. The power play is really good. So if we take a look at the penalty kill, that's where our penalty kill looks like right now. Maybe... I don't know. I think it's a good penalty kill. Maybe we take Provorov off. Morin is filling out for the penalty kill right now. So maybe we take Morin off and put on... who's left? Sanheim, Shen, Provorov, Morin. Who's not being played right now? Hag's injured. So it's either Delzato or Gostisbehere gets put in there, and I don't really think that. So I think Morin would be the perfect, still be put there right now until Hag comes back. So maybe our penalty kill will go back up once Hag goes out. Maybe we move Coots into the center and let Kruger play the wing, or maybe we take somebody off for Kruger. Maybe Giroux goes in there for the penalty kill. I don't know. Give me some suggestions of what I could do here with the penalty kill, guys, since that is our weakest special teams thing for right now. But so far, everything is working. Offense is working. Defense is working. We should be getting Robert Hag back within a couple days or so. I think he's back on December the 8th or like the 7th around there. So he should be coming back maybe after these 3 games or these 2 games against Toronto and Chicago. So he'll be back in there. Then maybe our penalty kill will start to go back up. But a very good start to the first 2 months for the Philadelphia Flyers team. Best team in the NHL. Will we be able to hold it though? Only time will tell. So give me some suggestions there, guys, and thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe as always, and we'll see you guys next time.